So what do we do first here? Usually the best policy in solving these more complicated problems, where there's brackets and maybe braces, is to work from the inside out. Now it's not a hard fast rule, but it's usually you'll get better results doing that way. There's less chance of making errors. And so my strategy here is to remove the inside parentheses, simplify this, and then remove the brackets. And along the way we have some distributions to do. And so now not a lot of students, but maybe a fourth of students facing this problem on a test will go 8 minus 2 first. They've forgotten the order of operations. Remember, we multiply before we subtract. So I can't subtract anything from 8 until I resolve all this mess here. All right, so let's go about that. So my first distribution is minus 4 times x plus 1. And we'll do the same over here. I'll multiply the 5 through here and the negative 2 through here. And so those little arrows, that's that's optional. I just like to illustrate the distributed process so that it really becomes ingrained in you. All right, so this is going to be 8 minus 2 bracket 3 minus, so I have minus 4x, and then negative 4 times positive 1 is negative 4, equals 5 times 2x is 10x, 5 times negative 3 minus 15, negative 2, and negative 2 times negative x is going to be plus 2x, isn't it? Now, I like to simplify inside my parentheses before I remove them. And that really does follow the order of operations. You want to simplify everything inside the parentheses first. That's your first step in the traditional order of operations. So this will be, on the left side, will be 8 minus 2 bracket 3 minus 4. Those will combine, so you get minus 1 minus 4x. Close bracket equals. And on the right, we can combine a few terms. 10x and 2x is 12x. And then minus 15 minus 2 is minus 17. Now it's time to remove the bracket. Again, it works exactly like parentheses. And I have to distribute minus 2 times minus 1, minus 2 times minus 4, x. So that gives me 8 plus 2. Negatives are canceling. And what's this? This will be plus 8x. Equals 12x minus 17. And we can do a little more simplifying on the left. I'll add the 8 and 2 together. They'll combine. 10 plus 8x equals to 12x minus 17. Well, I haven't skipped any steps, and as you get better, you skip steps at your own peril, and certainly I do when no one's watching. But I'm going to show all the steps generally, and I think that's a good idea. Until you get really good at this, is to don't skip steps. Take that extra couple seconds to write that extra step, and you'll make fewer mistakes, and you'll just do better. Well, one of my limitations to my little studio set up here in my house, which I'm broadcasting from, this is a spare bedroom, is that my board is only 3 feet by 4 feet, and I've run out of room, so I'm going to have to erase this work, regretfully, and then finish the problem. So let me do some erasing here. So here's where we left off. 10 plus 8x equals 12x minus 17. And now it's like any other problem. I'm going to, any other linear problem always ends up at some point with no more than 4 terms once you've done all the simplifying you can do. Here I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. So, like I mentioned in the last video, this process of solving is an undoing process. And we also undo things by doing opposites. 8x is added here, so to undo it I have to do the opposite. I have to subtract. That cancels these, leaving just the 10. 10 equals to 4x minus 17. And then let's isolate the x by getting rid of the negative 17, and the opposite of minus 17 is plus 17. So I have 17 on both sides. 27 equals to 4x. And now what do? We need to divide by 4 because 4 is multiplying x. We don't subtract 4 from 4x. They're in like terms. But 4 multiplies x. The opposite of multiplication is division. So divide by 4. And the 4's cancel, leaving x equals to 27 fourths. There we go. So the problem is finished. Although I haven't checked it. This one actually would be pretty easy to check on a calculator because 27 fourths is 6.75 exactly. So you could plug 6.75 in here in the calculator and see that both sides equal. It's a little more work to plug the actual fraction in and work it out, and that's okay too. But there we have the answer. Okay. One other thing I want to point out though is that the answer is not 27 fourths. The answer is not even 27 fourths equals x. Well, it kind of is, but really the answer is x equals 27 fourths. So I think that's best communicated this way. If you just write 27 fourths, it's like a fragment sentence. It's like you're just kind of grunting the answer to me. Well, what's 27 fourths? Well, x equals 27 fourths. So write x equals 27 fourths. This is a mathematical sentence. You could put, I suppose, 27 fourths equals to x. But that's kind of like, talking like Yoda in Star Wars. 27 fourths is x. Okay. So the one thing I don't want you to do is to leave it unfinished. That is unfinished. And so finish the problem, spend an extra 2 seconds, write the answer, and then you're done.